So coding, what is it? How do you learn? Is it easy to learn? Why do we code? How do we code?
I have several questions.
So many interesting questions that you might be asking, and that's why you clicked on this video. Well, don't worry. Coding Worm, that's literally the name of the channel, has you covered.
Seen it, covered it.
And I'm going to tell you everything, not everything, but a lot of the basics about coding and what is coding, and I'm going to answer that question in this video. What's good, YouTube? It's your main man, Coding Worm, and I'm back with another video. Let's go. It's 2022. Whole new year, whole new accomplishments. Oh, yeah, accomplishments. All new achievements to hit. So you guys know what to do. You guys know where the sub button is. I ain't got to tell you that twice. Now let's go right into the video. All right, so let's get one thing straight here. Computers are really dumb, like dumb, like extremely dumb. So dumb to the point where they only understand ones and zeros. Not to say computers aren't capable or powerful machines. I'm literally recording this video on a computer. No cap, most of y'all are probably watching this video on your laptop or big desktop or whatever you have. But a computer on its own does not know what to do unless being told what to do. So for example, if any of you guys have a vacuum, you probably have a vacuum. If you have a vacuum, the vacuum is a powerful and capable machine, but when you're not using it, it cannot perform its task unless you have an auto vacuum, which is just OD. And this is where computer programming comes in, otherwise known as coding. So essentially what coding does, it allows us to communicate what we want the computer to do in a language that the computer will understand. But you see, here comes a problem. The computer only understands ones and zeros. So this is what you call machine code. Machine code is done exclusively by the CPU, by your central processing unit, and it cannot be understood by the program. Well, not that it cannot be understood, but it has to be translated into a new language. Now before you go,
coding worm, they're ones and zeros. How valuable can they really be?
And now technically you would be correct. A 1 and a 0 on their own is still a 1 and a 0, but the key word there was on their own. Well, that wasn't really a word, that was more like a phrase. But either way, a 1 and a 0 on their own is just that, a 1 and a 0 on their own. But combined, they write entire lines of code on your computer. These lines are better known as binary code. But we as programmers do not use binary code just because of how bare bones it is. Like imagine if your teacher told you you could only write in A's and Z's and you couldn't use any of the other letters. You'd be screwed, my boy, I'm sorry. So instead, programmers like myself, we use what we call high-level languages. Now, if you've ever coded, programmed, or anything in between before, you've probably heard of these languages, the JavaScripts, the C Sharps, the Pythons, the C++, etc. And all these languages are basically translated into binary so the computer can perform the task that you want it to perform. So basically coding is us telling the computer what we want it to do. So I hope I explained that well enough for you guys to understand. If you have any questions, the comment section is available. I'm trying to go crazy for 2022, so if you don't hit the sub button, I'm gonna be mad. Now I hope you all had a great new year, stay safe, and I'm out of here.